Hey guys, Senki here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing LBX Odin from Danball Senki. This is a knight frame LBX used by Ban Yamano during the second half of the season. So, as usual, going to set the LBX aside and take a look at the instructions to get an idea for how the building process went. As usual, the front cover has a fully painted mock-up of the model kit, as well as its transformation into flight mode, picture of the player, as well as the animation models. And on the inside, you get the standard full color instructions. They're simple and easy to follow, as well as the instructions for transformation into flight mode. Also has a picture of an example customization that you can do, as well as a comic on the back advertising its flight mode, as well as advertising the LBX paint markers and custom stickers. And like usual, this took about an hour to an hour and a half to build. Next, we'll do the parts breakdown, starting off with the head. So this LBX primarily consists of white, black, and bluish purple plastic with a little bit of gray, yellow, clear red, and clear green mixed in. For the head design, you can see that it is similar to Achilles, most notably with the crest on top. And as far as the stickers go, for the head, you have the band around the crest, the eyes, and the panels on the side. Now, one thing to note as well is that for the bluish purple parts, it does come out looking a lot more blue than it actually is, and trust me, it is basically a bluish purple color in real life. It's just the camera making it look more blue and less purple. As we move on to the body, which has a much bigger profile than the other parts thanks to the wings on the back. It has a nice clear part in the center. And then for the stickers we have this yellow part, these panels here, the panels on the wings, and the yellow parts on the undersides of the wings. As usual, remove the front panel to the chest, and remove the panel underneath to reveal the core box, which is removable. And can be flipped between one of two configurations. As far as posability goes, the neck is here on ball joint, and there are two articulation points for the wings, one being a rotation joint and one being a hinge joint. Then there's a separate rotation ball joint for the front part of the wings, so you move them separately of each other. And you want to be careful of these parts here, as they can sometimes fall off, but they can also be placed right back on. As we have the arms, you can see starting at the top we have these nice sweeping shoulder pads, which have jet thrusters out on the sides. Coming down, you have the forearms, the only stickers being the purple parts along the wrist. For articulation, the shoulder pad can be hinged, like so. The ball joint can be moved up and down. Get a little bit of bicep rotation. Single joint for the elbow. Then ball joint wrists. Then you have the legs, which has a lot of stickers here. So, as far as the stickers go, they are here, 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 and then 2 more on the feet. So the only bits of yellow plastic here, and basically on the entire set, are these knee pads. And then for the articulation, you've got quite a bit. Move this part of the front skirt up and down. Move the side skirts on ball joints. Move the legs around on ball joints. Bend the knees. They are a little bit hindered by these chest boosters in the back. Move the ankles on ball joints. And then the toes have separate hinge. So now we can put it together. We're plugging in the head on the top. Popping in the arms. And attaching the legs. There we have the completed Odin. Now he is a little bit back heavy because of the wings, but he can still stand. Then you have his weapon, the Retaliator, which is a double-ended laser spear. And so you can see that the clear green parts here go over an underlying spear part to make it look like it's kind of emanating and going around the actual spear. So there is actually something physical that's striking with. The energy parts are just there to enhance it. This can be equipped by detaching the bomb part, putting one end through the hand, and attaching the other end back. You just have to get the orientation right. Sorry about that. There we go. I'm just gonna cut here to get things resituated. And so coming back, again have the fully completed Odin. Has a very nice design to him, and the parts work pretty well as the colors going well together and kind of just having a lot of cohesion. What's included is a special stand, as well as 2 alternate arm parts. Now you can actually store the alternate arms on the back of the stand by plugging them in like so. Then you can place Odin on the stand by attaching it underneath the legs. Just like so. which is actually helpful because he is a little bit weak in the knees because of the way transformation works, and it's also pretty useful as, this being a flying LBX, it's often hovering in midair in the series, so it looks better when posed in midair via this stand. With that, I can transition into the transformation into flight form. So for that, we're going to remove the retaliator. And take off these two alternate arms. Or, in this case, alternate forearms, rather. Remove the regular forearms. And plug the new ones on in their place. Then we're going to fold them up against the shoulders and fold down the shoulder pads. Rotate up the head, that's looking up. And take the wings and fold them forward and around the head. And move the white wings back. Like so. And take the purple parts and connect them in the front. Just like so. So that Odin's crest is sticking out of the top of them. And going down to the legs, I'm going to rotate the toe around, fold down the knee pads. And pull out the lower legs a little bit. Fold them in, like so. And set this down. Place this part back on top of the stand. Put the regular arms here for storage. And this time plug in the stand using this port. And there we have Odin in its flight form. And this is definitely an interesting concept for an LBX. Though the way the transformation is done is somewhat reminiscent of mobile suit transformations. As while the front is pretty good as far as a kind of plane design goes, the back does leave something to be desired, with how the legs fold up and aren't completely aerodynamic. But at the very least it does help to kind of explain why it has boosters on the shoulders and the backs of the legs. And you can do a little bit of posing, at least in terms of the angles of the wings and the shoulders. So I do think that for first ever this isn't as good as it could be, but it does work to a good degree. And of course, before I forget, there is the custom dice for the LBX, which does have the parts and their different stats. So AP for the head is 500, body is 300, arms are 200, legs 300, and there are 2 weapon panels, one with 400 and one with 500. So overall, in terms of the stats for customizing it for the custom dice battle, Odin is a pretty good LBX. So we're just getting everything into the shot. Overall, I think that LBX Odin is quite a good kit. It is definitely unique, and it is somewhat groundbreaking in being the first LBX to have any kind of a transformation. And like I said, while it's not the most clean of transformations, it is an interesting gimmick. And although it does gain somewhat weak knees because of that transformation, it does make up for it with the fact that it has a stand that's included, so that you don't really need to pose it while standing on the ground, and use said stand to have it posing in midair, which in a lot of respects works out a lot better. So I can definitely recommend picking up this kit. Next time, I'll be doing the Deluxe Mega Uru Odor and Necrom Ghost Icon. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and or subscribe. You can check me out on Facebook at facebook.com/krx50. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.